On day 2 of our road trip down to Geelong, we decided to go from Albury to Ballarat through Bendigo. And this was about a 4 hour drive. But of course, we stopped along the way and relaxed a bit. We passed through Shepparton to Bendigo and then to Ballarat. Now, one of the things here is a bunch of solar panels. These were massive solar farms that we saw as we were entering the sort of Victoria area. This would just come for like kilometres, these freaking solar farms. And I hadn't seen anything like it before. It was just massive. And also what you're seeing on this drive was a lot of open farmland like this. Just beautiful views all the way down through Shepparton and Bendigo. And of course, I like to sometimes film a bit of the front view of my parents driving, because we were sitting in the back and Mum and Dad were driving in the front. Here we're coming into Shepparton. And so this is a city located on the floodplain of the Goulburn River in northern Victoria, Australia, approximately 181 kilometres northeast of Melbourne. And as of 2021, the population was estimated to be around 53,841 people. And it originally began as a sheep station and a river crossing in the mid-19th century before undergoing a major transformation into a railway town. Today, it's an agriculture and manufacturing centre and the centre of the Goulburn Valley irrigation system, one of the largest centres of irrigation in Australia. It is also a major regional service city and the seat of local government, a civic administration for the city of Greater Shepparton. Some of the local attractions here include the Victorian Park Lake, All Abilities Playground, Lower Goulburn National Park, the Australian Botanic Gardens in Shepparton, the Queen's Gardens, the Stewart Reserve, the Parkside Gardens Playground, Deakin Reserve Park Playground, Continental Park Playground, and a lot of other sorts of little parks and playgrounds within this area, and a lot of things, just little things for kids to do in town here. You've also got the Shepparton Art Museum, you've got the Moving Art Shepparton, the Bangarang Cultural Centre, the Shepparton Motor and Museum and Collectibles, the Shepparton Heritage Centre, Aqua Moves. So there's a few other bits and pieces you can do in Shepparton as well if you're passing through. But we actually didn't stop in Shepparton. It was more about just driving straight through to us and getting back out in the open road. And as you can see here, a lot of the drive between Shepparton and Bendigo was pretty much like what you're seeing now, this open pathway of just farms everywhere. Also along the way, you're often coming through a lot of small towns, and on the way to Bendigo as well. And so what I wanted to do was, like in the previous video, just capture some of that rural regional life of Victoria, showing you what some of these sort of smaller towns look like here. And so, yeah, you can see these big solos here that are throughout these little towns, and railways that run along the side of them as well. But I don't know, I found a lot of these just drive really relaxing and peaceful to do. I just absolutely loved it. And yeah, apart from some of my mum's music that she was putting on, really old school stuff. But here you can tell we're about 45 kilometres from Bendigo when I first took that video. And here we are coming into Bendigo itself, and which is a beautiful old town. Now here's a little bit about Bendigo itself. Bendigo is a city in Victoria, Australia, located in the Bendigo Valley, near the geographical centre of the state and approximately 150 kilometres, 93 miles northwest of Melbourne. As of 2022, the population was around 103,818. It's making it Australia's 19th largest city by population. And Bendigo is the 4th largest inland city in Australia and the 4th most populous city in Victoria. And its administration centre is in the city of Bendigo. My dad likes to say that Bendigo was built on gold. And if you look at it, gold was officially discovered on the Bendigo Creek at the northeastern boundary of Ravenswood Run, earlier known as Mount Alexander North Run, in October 1851. The creek had been named Bendigo Creek after a local shepherd, an employee of Mount Alexander North Run, a nickname for the English bare-knuckle prize fighter. There's a bit of novel information for you. The area was transformed in less than a year as tens of thousands of people arrived during the Great Gold Rush of 1852. So Bendigo was declared a city in 1871. Rapid population growth brought a water shortage, though, partially solved with a new viaduct that harnessed the Colaban River. The architect William Chales Varland, 1828 to 1915, left an important mark on Bendigo, though, during this period. He was credited with the popular cottage design, with verandas decorated in iron lace, a style that was soon adopted across the whole state of Victoria, and which is quite an interesting little pick. More than 80 buildings, including the Alexandra Foundation, arguably the most prominent monument in Bendigo, with its granite dolphins, unicorns, nymphs, and other sorts of figures. The tram network was used by 1890. After the temporary drop in population, renewed growth occurred from the 1930s as the city consolidated as a manufacturing and regional service centre. Though gold mining continues, recent growth has been heavily concentrated in areas such as Epsom, Kangaroo Flat, Strathdale, and Strathfield, if I'm pronouncing that right. Apart from the beautiful architecture in town, some of the local attractions include the Sacred Heart Cathedral, which is bloody beautiful. I took a walk around there. The Golden Dragon Museum, the Great Stupa of Universal Compassion Stupa, the Santa Deborah Gold Mine Bendigo, Bendigo Joss House Temple, Roslyn Park, Discovery Science and Technology Centre, the Soldiers Memorial Institute Military Museum, the Zone Fun Park, Convectory Capers, Bendigo's Botanic Gardens, St Kilda's Church, Pepper Green Farm, Yu Young Gardens, the Sandhurst Jail, the Canterbury Park Eagle Hawk, Alexandra Foundation, St Paul's Cathedral, Bendigo Marketplace, and Kangaroo Flat Botanic Gardens. So that's just to name a few of the local attractions there. But what we did when we were in town, we just went for a bit of a walk through town and just looked at some of the beautiful buildings there. But it was a Sunday, so a lot of the things were actually closed here. But as you can see as we're driving through, there is a lot of beautiful things to just see in this town. And I enjoyed walking through here. Maybe I could have spent a couple of days exploring the place, but we weren't going to be stopping here on this occasion. But yeah, I do recommend coming here and just exploring the town, or taking that inland drive rather than the coastal drive to explore some of these inland cities which have a lot of history behind them. And I was trying to pull out some just bits of history there to give you some context of where Bendigo came out of and why it grew as a town. And but yeah, there is these modern buildings here, but check out some of the old architecture. If you love old architecture, then you're going to love just walking around this town in the old parts of town. And but I did notice the price of real estate's gone up here, and it's quite costly when I was looking at one of the local real estate agents. But look at this. I just love the way these beautiful trees are along the side of the road as you're actually driving into Bendigo. It is pretty beautiful, the town. And the gardens are quite big too. Like the section where the gardens are, you could just walk around that for ages, just taking nice, beautiful photos. It's a pretty big area, and it's quite spread out overall. And but yeah, it's a great little town to just come into. Here we were just looking around somewhere to park because Mum and Dad wanted to give me and Anne a chance to just get out of the car and do a bit of exploring. And so, yes, this is us walking around now. So I just arrived in Bendigo, Victoria, and it's a lot of old heritage buildings here and a lot of history in this place. So me and Anne decided to stop here just to get a few photos and look around. So, yeah, and I've done a bit of filming as I've been coming into town, just to show you guys what this town looks like. And the average house price here, I was looking it up online, over $700,000 for a 3-bedroom house here in Bendigo, Victoria. Just out of curiosity, I was looking it up. But yeah, some beautiful parks here and old buildings. This one's a beautiful old heritage building, and it's Sunday here. That's why a lot is closed here. But just look at the building here. It's quite beautiful. The old heritage design. And look at this, we got up here. The old clock, town clock. Up the top there. And look at the trams. They've got these old trams running through Bendigo as well. They run through the centre of town. They look pretty cool. Oh, bouncy. I haven't seen those trams for a while. They're real old school. Plus normal bushes. Nice little park over there. And yeah, you got a few little trendy cafe designs. Anne's just going a bit nuts, taking some photos. Just walking up here a bit further. Yeah, nice old buildings, aren't they? Oh, this town was built on gold as well. There you go, Wednesday night, steak night, $30 for a steak. $30 Australian. Yeah. A little sort of trendy street area. Love these old trees.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Look like you got a Myer in town here in Bendigo. Love that old building. What's that? The War Memorial over there. Yeah, it looks like the War Memorial. Soldiers Memorial Institute just there. So as Dad was telling me, this town's pretty much been built on gold in its early days. That's why you got all these old sort of heritage buildings everywhere. Fancy looking buildings in this area. Even look at that. Got some nice water fountain design there as well. So we're just coming into one of the big cathedrals here in Bendigo, Christian cathedrals, and just taking some photos. But yeah, really beautiful. So the Catholic Sacred Heart Cathedral here in Bendigo, I believe. There you go. Just look at the design of this place. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Huge building, this cathedral. Don't know what the inside looks like, but hopefully it's open. Well, it is a Sunday, so you'd hope it's open on a Sunday. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So Mary MacKillop, here you go. Just going down here. You can read that there. St. Mary of the Cross, MacKillop, RSJ. But where's Anne gone? She's gone walkabout, take another photo. Looks like we can't get inside it, unfortunately. So that's a pity, it was closed on the inside. Maybe the mass is over. Just saw one of the local priests coming in. But yeah, closed at the moment. Pity, I would have liked to have looked inside this place. A lot of people taking photos on the outside though. Look at these canals. I suppose that's one way to channel the water through the town. We're just in the garden walking back. Had a look in the disposal store, was looking for a sort of a Kubra type hat. But I'm going to get one when I go into Sydney CBD, I think, for a bit of shopping. But yeah, I love these gardens. Beautiful. The way they're all being maintained. Oh yeah, so there's the War Memorial. Apparently it's a military museum as well. So that's Bendigo Military Museum, which Dad's interested in. Just look at this architecture. It's really beautiful, these old buildings. The architects these days, they're bloody idiots in some regards, because they're designing all this modern stuff that just looks really ugly. The art of creating something like this has just been lost in time. This is beautiful. I know, I can't say I'm a fan of modern art. Modern art or modern architecture just looks ugly. Don't know what all this stuff is. We will just put random stuff on the fences here. Going back through the gardens here. And we've got to cross over to Mum's car somehow. So it looks like we're going to cross here. Got no other choice actually. But another beautiful garden. Apparently this garden's huge. If you've got time, it may be worth walking through here in Bendigo. Okay, so here's the glass house. George V, 1910 to 1936. Of blessed and glorious memory. One of the English kings. This is one of the greenhouses here in Bendigo. Beautiful garden though. So yeah, just come into the greenhouse. Nice little decorations. Looks like they've just got bird noises. Give it a bit more of a theme. It's actually a little cool in here. Yeah, looks nice. Again, beautiful gardens all around. So the gardens are nice. Oh, your mum's over there. Got to go to Mum's car. Yeah, there's a gate. Okay, so we're going to leave Bendigo now. Next stop, I can see Mum sitting in her car ready to go. So off we go to the next location on the way down to Ballarat tonight. So then we're all back on the road again, heading to Ballarat. And just a bit of background on Ballarat. It is a city in the Central Highlands of Victoria, Australia. Ballarat has a population of about 117,240 people, making it the third largest city in Victoria, Australia. Within months of Victoria separating from the colony of New South Wales in 1851, gold was discovered near Ballarat, sparking a Victorian gold rush. Ballarat subsequently became a thriving boom town for the time, which rivaled Melbourne, the capital of Victoria, in terms of wealth and cultural influence. In 1854, following a period of civil disobedience in Ballarat over gold licences, local miners launched an armed uprising against the government forces, known as the Eureka Rebellion. It led to the introduction of the white male suffrage in Australia, and as such interpreted as the origin of Australian democracy. The rebellion's symbol is the Eureka flag, which became a national symbol. Proclaimed a city on 9th of September 1870, Ballarat's prosperity, unlike that of many other gold boom towns, continued until the late 19th century, as cities' fields experienced sustained high gold yields for many decades. By the turn of the century, Ballarat's importance relative to Melbourne rapidly faded with the slowing of gold extraction. It has endured as a major regional centre and is commercial capital of the largest city of the Central Highlands, as well as a significant tourist destination. Ballarat is known for history, culture and well-preserved colonial era heritage, with much of the city subject to heritage overlays. So there's some quick background on Ballarat itself. Some of the local attractions that I've found online in Ballarat are the Ballarat Botanical Gardens, the Art Gallery of Ballarat, the Ballarat Tramway Museum, the Ballarat Wildlife Park, Arch of Victory, Sturt Street Gardens, the friendly Shady Acres Caravan Park, sounds a bit dodgy there, the Macarthur Frameworks Gallery, the Ballarat Botanical Gardens, Pipers by the Lake, Anglican Diocese of Ballarat is also located there. There's Ballarat Bird World, Spot on Pots and Nursery, Victorian Park Football, Eureka Stockade Memorial. There's just lots here, little things and museums and pieces of history. The Creswick Museum, the Ballarat Farmers Market, the Backspace Gallery, Alexa's Gallery, Treasures, Hop Temple. We also found a St. Patrick's Cathedral, Ballarat Observatory and Museum, the Black Hill Reserve, Ballarat Markets, local botanic gardens, plus just some of the old buildings here again. There was a lot of just beautiful old buildings as we're driving into Ballarat, just looking at them. And so yeah, and on the way there, again, there was a lot of small, beautiful little towns on the way to Ballarat. And yeah, I enjoyed the drive. I really did on these regional centres. And I forgot to mention the name of the town. That was Hepburn, that small town that we passed through. Bit of history there, and it was also an historical place where people came to relax in the beautiful hot springs there. And there is hotels and that where you can access the hot springs. And eventually we arrived in Ballarat, Victoria, Australia. And as I've spoken about, a bit of the history there and some of the things you can do. And as we're coming in here, I just wanted to get some quick glimpses of the sort of houses that you can see as you're coming into Ballarat, just to show you what some of the regional life looks like in there. And we started hunting for the hotel, which we had booked for the night. And I will put some of the links of the places that we went and also the hotel that we actually stayed in overnight, which I'm about to do a bit of a review on. So as we came into Ballarat, yeah, and as I said before, I'll pretty much put all the links in the description below of all these little places that we stopped. But here's the hotel we came into. So in Ballarat, we booked the Quality Inn and Suites. This is a sort of setup inside, not too bad, I'm going to say. Nice and comfortable. Got yourself a bit of a kitchen, microwave, fridge. Don't know what's inside the fridge, let's have a look. Just some milk for your coffee. Microwave. Just close it. So it's in the drawers. Oh, you got some knives and forks, bottle opener. Just checking all the drawers. Yeah. Oh yeah, some coffee, toaster, plates, yeah, kettle, wine glasses. And let's check out the bathroom. Oh, if the light works. Oh, it must be an inside light. Ah, here we go. So there you go, you've got a fairly large sized bathroom here. Got a shower. Sort of set up here. There you got a shower cap, some bags. Oh yeah, typical things that you use. Tissues, hairdryer. So yeah, pretty good setup actually. So let's go outside. So Quality Inn and Suites. So what are they doing? The parking's a little bit sort of complex. But let's have a look when we go down here. It looks like some issues with driving in. So right now we're in Ballarat and Anne's suffering Thai food withdrawals. So we're off hunting for Thai food now. But I looked up Ballarat, there's a shitload of restaurants here as well. In Ballarat. So this gives you an idea of how busy Ballarat gets on a Sunday. Not a single car on the street. Oh, there's a couple of cars. Don't know why they're parked there for, but nothing's open. So we're going to go into walk down to the Sydney business, the CBD of Ballarat, and actually see whether there's actually anything open here. Now we've come into the ghost town known as Ballarat on a Sunday when there's nothing open here. Well, we don't know what's open here yet. Pedestrians go this way. Or there's some road work going on here. Oh look, there's technology, there's cars over there. It's not a complete ghost town. Let's go over there and see what's going on. But yeah, a bit of construction going on here. Though you see cars here, everything looks so bloody empty here. It looks like there's a few cars here, but who knows what's here. So Ballarat, extremely quiet on the main street there. Oh, wait a minute, there's human beings. They do exist in Ballarat. I'm sure this gets busier during the week, but on a Sunday it seems pretty dead after 6 p.m. We're just looking for different types of restaurants. Oh yeah, Thai restaurant. Okay, Anne's got excited now. She actually saw Time for Thai restaurant up here. See, she's starting to walk faster than me now because she's getting excited. But she's going to get a rude shock when she actually tries Thai in Australia. Anne is extremely excited. She found the Thai restaurant. There's a crap load of them here in Ballarat, I just noticed. But we're trying this one in Ballarat. Time for Thai restaurant. But let's check it out. So she looks at the Time for Thai set menu per person, $49. Oh, okay, so you can get a bit of a buffet there with dessert and everything included, $49 each. Time for Thai, you also have individual dishes as well. Oh yeah, about $22 for the different menu items. Time for Thai, yeah. This is in Ballarat, in Victoria. I keep saying New South Wales because I haven't been to Victoria in ages. But we're in Victoria. There you go, you got a pretty good look at the menu here. We're actually seeing. So Time for Thai. Yeah.
No, go 500. I don't care.
She's comparing the price to Thailand. So Anne got a Thai food. I ordered some sort of tom yum with crispy pork. Looks quite nice. And Anne's ordered, what did you order? Some sort of noodle dish as well. Actually, Anne's saying she really likes the food here. That the quality of the Thai food here is really good in Ballarat. So if you're in Ballarat and you're after some good Thai food that's traditional and hasn't been westernised.
Time for Thai food or something. Time for Thai food.
Yes, we'll put the link in the description for this Thai restaurant if you're coming through Ballarat. So yes, yum. So Anne even managed to find her papaya salad here, which she's extremely happy about. So she's going to enjoy this right now. So just when I thought she has finished, she ordered another dish. And they said, it is the last one she's ordered, we promise. I'm just going to say that was a bloody good meal there at that Thai restaurant. This one enjoyed it. But she's cold. And it is a bit cold here compared to what we're used to in Ballarat here. A little bit of a cold breeze. So the locals will say, oh, this isn't cold. But for us that come from the north of Thailand and Chiang Mai, yeah, it's pretty cold. Reacclimatising, I would say, I'm doing right now. But yes, we're going to go find my parents. I think they're at one of the clubs. So yes, we're going to keep going. Gee, you wouldn't pick up on where the local McDonald's is here. Sort of hidden amongst the older buildings. What have you got there? Like a grilled chicken shop. And the McDonald's drive-through, an Indian restaurant. The McDonald's actually got a lot of choice for food here in Ballarat, I must admit. Especially when we looked up the Thai restaurants and we figured out how many there was in town. And we just picked one of the random ones, which we're glad we picked that one. They were good cooks in there. Comfort Inn. A lot of hotels here too, and choices. We got ours for about $100 a night here. And the one bedroom in the hotel room we're staying in.
Very big.
Very big too. Oh yeah. Support services. An NDIS service probably. Bakery Hill, they call this. So if you like these sort of videos, hit like and please subscribe, and day 3 will be coming soon of our road trip in Australia.